Man, I tell you what, that opening is bad. Dirty Thursday on GFBS for Grand Forks' best source. We are now a Pure Miss Safe Zone 2. Looking forward to today. Matt Schow and Reise Stenberg on this Dirty Thursday episode. Chad Hoff couldn't make it in, so we have got Bobby Dusso in the studio with us today, too. So it's going to be a great time. Show today brought to you by Executive Properties. You know what? Quit putting off that remodel. Just quit putting it off. Get a hold of Executive Properties. They'll get it done for you. All types of commercial and residential work they do. I mean, everything from kitchens to bathrooms to concrete to cabinets, trim, and tile. I think you get the picture, man. Guys at Executive Property, they are good. They'll take the time to listen to what you want, and they're going to do it right. They've got over 30 years experience. Barry Romo, the old man of the crew, but he knows his stuff. They'll take care of you. Offer some great senior and referral discounts. They're willing to work with any budget. And if you haven't got anybody figured out to do your snow removal yet, they do that too. Call them up, Executive Properties, for all your general contractor needs, 701-330-1273. Check out their pictures on their website too. Man, they do good stuff. ExecutiveProperties.org. You see their reviews on Facebook and Google. You're going to love their work. Executive Properties, your one-stop company that can do it all for you. If you have any questions for myself, Bob Dusso, Matt Schow, or Reise Stenberg, our phone number here, 701-213-0863. Again, that's 213-0863. And before we get rolling here, time now for our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go, Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Okay, how about what should you do at a Halloween party if a zombie rolls its eyes at you? What should you do at a Halloween party if a zombie rolls his eyes at you? Well, you roll them back at him. Bob, what'd you think? Was that funny enough?
It'll do.
Well, that's what I would do. I probably wouldn't roll them at him. I'd probably throw them back at him. But
I was going to say make a bet.
Here we go. First off, Matt Schow, Reise Stenberg, welcome to the show. First timers here today. First off, I'm going to ask you, Reise, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people know I'm Matt Schow's brother-in-law.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Lucky you, huh?
Yeah, through marriage.
Okay. What do you do for a living there, Reise?
I work at a place in Fargo called Epic Solutions. We build road construction safety equipment, mainly spray equipment for the roads.
Okay. Wife, kids, any of that good stuff?
I got a amazing wife, Katie. No kids, dog and a cat.
Mm-hmm. Amazing wife. I'm guessing she's watching.
I don't know if she is or not.
Okay.
That was a good answer, though.
Yeah, it was a great answer.
I have a feeling she'll end up listening or watching. So
Yeah. Okay. Matt Schow, tell us about yourself.
Well, yeah, Reise is my brother-in-law. I guess he came along with my wife. So I'm married to Ashley, and I have two boys, Colton and Liam. And we farm in McIntosh, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. McIntosh.
Yeah,
I always call it McIntosh, but people when I lived in Boston would say it's McIntosh. That doesn't sound right. How'd the harvest go?
Good. We had a good harvest this year.
Yep.
Weather cooperated quite well compared to the past two.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. And by the way, Mrs. Schow in the studio with us today too. We kind of kicked her off the table because we have too many people here. But okay. Now, first off, Reise, how long have you been racing? How long have you been doing this stuff?
Well, I used to race karts in Grand Forks back in. I actually started in Laredo, but then it got moved to Grand Forks, and then when I turned 16 and my knees were above the steering wheel, I got out of it, and then didn't get back into it until actually Matt got me back into the car, and then I took a few years off, and then I met Katie, and she told me to buy another car, and I said, I don't think you understand, but okay.
You know what? After she said buy another car, everything after that would have been wah, 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 wah to me, because I would have just went, okay, I'll do that.
Now we understand why you said amazing.
Yeah. But, that's one thing we find out. Normally, it's kind of the other way around. Normally, you've already been racing, and you meet a girl, and they kind of know what they're getting themselves into. And it's usually all pretty good. They deal with it, and unless you get in one of those bad wrecks or something. But we'll talk about that too. I want to welcome everybody watching. Amanda Joe says, "Hey, Dusso." Sean, William Dick up in Canada watching. How you doing there, William? Andrea, Jason, Sean, Carrie Ann, Andy, Eddie, Gene. Wow, we got a lot of people watching already. Okay, how long have you been going at this deal, Matt?
I started about 13 years ago. Actually, I started racing B-Mods the year Ashley and I got married. So we've been doing it together since day one, I guess. So.
And she doesn't miss many races either.
She doesn't. She's the drive behind a lot of it. I'll say, I got to stay home and work. She's like, is the car ready to go? Yeah. Is the trailer ready to go? Yeah. Okay, we're going.
Yeah, and it also makes you look better when you're down at rideoutcar.com Victory Lane when you have somebody with you.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of, I haven't been to any of these races yet, but I really want to go check them out. You're into the ice racing thing too, aren't you?
Yeah, we used to do a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is that involved? I mean, is it more like you build like an enduro type car, or are they real race cars? Or explain how this ice racing on a lake goes.
So it started off being you just get any old car out there and you get a group of guys. And you can have up to 4 guys in the car with you and drinking beer, whatever you want to do. And it was just one of them weekend deals where it was fun to do. And as of any racing sport, you get the guys that want to win, and things start evolving, and now it's gotten to be pretty competitive, and you really got to put your homework in if you're going to compete.
It's funny because I got strapped in the back seat of a school bus. Connie Clavel was my driver at the time, and I thought I was dumb to do it. I couldn't imagine having 3 other guys with you in the car. Those 3 guys got to be a few Busch Lattes in them or something, because there's no way I would say, yeah, I'll jump in the back seat with you. Let's go. I don't know about that. Josh Johnson. I drive by the Stenberg residence almost every night during the summer when I go to my race shop. Sorry for all the gravel dust in your yard, Reese. That's one thing I like about this show. When you guys got your start, was it always B-Mod, or did you start in a streeter or anything like that?
For me, it was B-Mod. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, before that, it was karts, and once in a while, Dad let me drive super stock around the yard or at the track after the races, but that's about it.
You going to stick with a B-Mod?
For now.
Yeah.
Unless I win the lottery or something like that, I'm sure it's pretty well stuck where I'm at.
All right. Say, Reese, you win the lottery. What would you get next?
Oh, I think everyone in my family knows that all of us will end up with late models.
Yeah. All right, Matt, I'm going to ask you the same question. You get your start in a B-Mod?
Actually, we started ice racing. Mm-hmm. That's where it kind of started, and then I bought a street stock and pedaled with that just a little bit, off and on. And B-Mod was the first thing we got serious about, I guess, and that's where we've been stuck, I guess. So,
River City Speedway track champion this year. That's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
I mean, you get a lot of cars, a lot of good cars that are there every week, and come out on top. Have you ever won a track championship before?
I did. I have won in Grand Forks once before.
Okay.
In the past. I think it was 16 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do run Grand Forks weekly, and it's got to be one of the toughest tracks around with all the competitors. It's week in and week out. I mean, that's a tough track to be at. You
have any thoughts about maybe moving to a different kind of car or not?
Well, I got an A-Mod that I've been playing with a little bit, but to run 2 cars just gets to be too much, and I think we'll probably just stick in a B-Mod for right now.
Yeah.
My boys are getting old enough where they're really taking interest, and I might just stick in that till they can get in something, and then I'll just help them.
That's cool. How old are your boys?
9 and 11.
Oh, man. You got your work cut out for you. Chad Hopp says, hello, boys. Sorry you're not here, Chad. William Dick wouldn't miss a Dirty Thursday, John. Jory Berg, the champ, is all he says. Thanks, Jory. Heather McDonald. I lost my GFBS can koozie. It makes me sad. Oh, boy. Yeah, you got a grill. I don't want to hear you complain anymore, Heather. Have you ever been in one of those wrecks where you just go, what the hell am I doing this for?
If anyone saw me last year, I think that was about every other week.
But it didn't change your mind?
No.
You ever get in one where you ached afterwards? I mean, these
Maybe.
cars are pretty safe, but
yeah.
it's easy for people to say that are sitting up in a booth screaming about their racing and not doing it. But I've been in some bad wrecks. I used to mess around racing a little bit too, and I was in one time at Buffalo River that I hurt for like 2 months. So I always ask this question.
No, not myself, no. That wasn't self-inflicted from recovering.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I've been over a couple times. The worst one is probably in Greenbush. That really rattled my cage that time.
Yeah.
Went off right off turn one wide open, and I think I landed on the track entrance road, and that one hurt for a while.
Yeah, I saw years ago it was Bobby Martin and Brendan Wild got together right at the checkered flag, right at the finish line, and Brendan Wild launched. And at that time, they had that small set of bleachers kind of right off as you're going into turn number one. And I'm not kidding you, that sprint car flew over those bleachers and rolled. Probably one of the worst wrecks I've ever seen. But you ever get in one so bad where your car is just totally junk, wadded up, bring it to the woods?
No. A lot of people thought it was that way, but with our family, we're racing next week.
Yeah. You got a lot of help, a lot of support.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
No, I think we've resurrected most of them, I guess. And, I mean, we've been to the frame shop. We've hooked dozers and excavators on them to pull them back apart. And I guess that's how it was in the earlier years now. I mean, if it gets bad enough, we'll cut it apart at home and bring it to Brian and Dustin and have them put on the jig and make sure everything's back square and correct,
And that's kind of a perk of doing what you do for a living, actually having all that stuff around in the shop, because not everybody does. A lot of guys are just, they're working out of their 2-car garage or whatever, but that's good when you can fix it yourself. Kaylee Elizabeth riding in the back seat of an ice racer when the snow dust completely whites out the view is a rush. Let's go this winter, John. Oh, yeah, great idea.
It's not really a rush, I don't think. It's like, oh, man. It's like just shutting your eyes.
Hang on really tight and just hope nothing's in front of you.
Yeah, I think there's fingerprints in the dash from guys riding.
Oh, I would imagine. Terry Blacklance, couple of gentlemen of the sport and excellent competitors in the studio with us today. Oh, there you go. Heather, she got back to me about the grill. I know the grill is pretty neato. It's going in the race trailer. Good thinking there. I'm going to take a quick little break here. We're going to talk about this guy right here and what he does, Do So Photography. You still doing senior portraits?
Well, we've pretty much now, not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. If somebody has been lagging and procrastinating, can you get him in or not?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
So
all right.
Get 'em in.
There you heard it right from there. He also does family portraits, your business headshots, for your business cards, your advertising, corporate pics. Maybe you want a picture of your products or food or whatever you do. And he'll have a background in the picture. You can pick your own. DoSoPhoto.com. That's where you go to find pricing and information. And if you want to see some of his work, come to the Do So Photography Wall of Fame here at the studios of GFBS. You can see some of the work he's done. That metal picture of Mark Dobmeyer is just freaking cool. If you want to look the best, Do So Photography can do that. 218-230-4325, that phone number, or go to DoSoPhoto.com. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
You get around now, the racetracks. I still remember how you got your start and how this thing got going, but you do a really nice job. I mean, all you got to do is look at this wall up here. Whatever got into your brain to make you want to take pictures at racetracks?
Bob Martin, I've known him forever, played hockey with him in beer league and that, and Tom Corcoran, and just my love for photography. I just thought, well, let's go take some race pictures, go to the racetrack, and then I just went a couple times and did some stuff and thought this is kind of cool, and I liked it, and then some guy got me to the infield so I could really take some pictures, and it kind of really took off from there.
And actually, that guy, I think, was me.
Yeah, it was you.
And I knew you from doing fill-in work at this radio station I used to work at, one of them. And you said, is there any way you can get me in the pits? I said, or into the infield. I said, just put your head down and follow me and let's go. And I think you snuck around in there for a couple of seasons before you finally got busted.
Yeah, it took him 2 years to figure out I wasn't supposed to be there. And then when they finally figured it out, and the guy's talking to me, and I'm like, he just kept staring at my camera, talking to me, staring down at my camera, and I kind of looked at him and said, "Do you want to see some pictures?" And he's like, "Yep." I showed him 2 pictures, and he said, "Yeah, you can stay."
And the rest is history. And you do a great job, by the way. Those pictures on our wall are crazy nice. We're glad to have it. I can't wait till this whole wall is filled up. Okay, since you're from Macintosh, I'm going to ask you this. I think I asked you before, but you got to go check out Little Bobby's Juke Joint one time. It might not be your cup of tea, but it's pretty cool. If you like good live music, you got to go check it out and mention my name to Bobby, and I'm sure he'll treat you guys pretty good, okay?
You'll pay double.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, a couple more people watching. Let's talk about, you ever had a biggest win? One that you would think, this is it. This is a great win.
I mean, I'd have to say every one of them to me is awesome. I'd have probably would say the Jeff Carpenter Memorial Race last year was pretty cool to come there and just hoping to make the show and then fall back, actually start up front and fall back to about 9th or 10th and come back and win it was.
Now, where's that race at?
Jamestown.
Yeah. How do you like going out there to Jamestown?
It's fun. I like the track a lot. Great people out there. It's just all around. It's usually an awesome racing surface and a lot of fun.
Did you do the Stampede?
I did.
Yeah. What was that like this year? Because I've heard a lot of mixed comments and reviews about the Stampede.
It was pretty good. It was a little bit one-laner, if you want to say, but for all in all, it was with what they're having to work with. It was a good time.
Okay, because I heard more or less from the late model people, and it sounded like they were there till like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I've never been to the Jamestown Stampede, but what I've heard about it is the best part about it is after the racing's done at night, but when your racing doesn't get done till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, kind of puts the kibosh on the late night party, and or at least it would for me. I mean, man, I can barely make it through a race sometimes. I actually fell asleep during the heat races at the sites that rain night.
Yeah.
Oh, that
took a while to get done.
It was funny because Chris pokes me and he says, "Hey, it's your turn," and I'm like, "What?" I just tipped my head back, I thought, for a minute. And I ended up missing a lot. Brandon Hasby, these 2 BMod boys are a hoot. Always a blast chatting with those boys. Thanks, Brandon. You guys giggle every time somebody does this. How about your biggest win, Matt?
I kind of got to go with Reese. Any win is really, a good feeling for us. The John Seitz Memorial Race is always a big race for us of the year. We call it our home track, and I've been fortunate enough to win that a couple times now, which has really been great. But I guess, one race I would like to win is the 100. I mean, that's the biggest race there that you could win, I think, in Wayzata. So that'd be really great, but we'll see how that shakes out.
Now, do you guys check out your, I noticed last week or whatever, 2 weeks ago on social media, they had state champions for every class and all that kind of stuff. Do you guys pay much attention to that? Do you run for national or state points, or you just kind of do your thing?
We just kind of do our thing, kind of go where we want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Forks is probably the only track, other than last year, Reese raced Jamestown every night. Otherwise, Forks is the only place we've raced, religiously, weekly.
Right.
How many nights a year will you guys go race? I mean, just Grand Forks, Matt?
No, we kept saying we didn't race much this year, and then we looked back at our stats, and we're like, holy man, I raced like 30 shows this year. That's the most I've ever raced. Otherwise, we're probably, for me, that's 17 to 20 is my average, is kind of what we do, and it's just whatever time allows us. It'd be nice to race more, but we just can't do it.
Well, do you find yourself racing more when you're winning more?
I think it helps.
Yeah, I would think it would help, too.
Yeah, racing's the worst roller coaster I swear you can be on.
Yeah.
It can be just high Friday night and Saturday night. It just backs you right back down to reality.
Yeah, and then you got these guys that are running Friday here or Thursday in Ada, Friday here, blah, blah, blah. They're going to Devil's Lake. They're going to Greenbush. They're going all over the place. You wonder, how the hell do you even get any sleep?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got a family or even a life, because unless you stay out of trouble every single lap that you're running, you're always doing something. I mean, there's maintenance, there's fixing, there's hooking them up to a skid steer or a backhoe and maybe chaining them to a tree, but always something to do. And how about you? How many times did you run this year?
41.
41.
Yeah, I'm that guy that's doing Ada, Grand Forks, Devils, Greenbush, whatever.
Yeah.
Been, I mean,
of those tracks you just mentioned, you got a favorite?
You know, it depends on the time of night and how I did.
Yeah. Maybe on a Saturday it might have been this track, and the next Saturday it might have been the other track.
Right.
What kind of chassis are you running?
Millennium.
Yeah, and I know you are too.
Yep.
Dustin and Brian, man, they build some good stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They build a very good quality car. I mean, we've had a couple different ones, and it doesn't even come close to what we're running right now. So I think we got 5 of their cars right now. So
yeah, and you know the thing is, you look at the local racetracks now. Those chassis are usually out of the top 10. There's probably 6, 7, or 8 of them. So that's got to tell you something.
Yep.
How often do you guys have to buy new cars? How long will you drive a car before you maybe sell it and get something new?
Oh, that's tough for me to say because usually it's in the scrap bin when I have to get a new one. Mm-hmm. I've only gone through 3 now. So I usually go until I feel like it's time to go or there's no coming back from that.
So 3 and how long? A time period?
6, no. What has it been?
probably since you started.
Yeah, 7 years.
So one every other year?
Yeah, the first one was pretty farm built. It seemed like took one hit and the whole right side fell off. So
farm built.
Yeah.
How about you, Matt? How often do you get new cars?
I try to kind of stay updated maybe every 3 years. Mm-hmm. And it kind of all depends on if there's a market for my used car that I can move it, that's fine. I'll sell it and get a new one. But kind of seems like it takes a year or so to get all the bugs worked out of it. Mm-hmm. Just, because every car is a little bit different.
Yep.
You think they'd come exactly the same, but I feel like, there's little changes that have been, made. Dustin improves this on it or gets better here. So it's like, well, maybe I should update and go that route. So, I'd say that 3-year deal is kind of where I like to be.
Mm-hmm.
How much is it? So you have the frame and everything, but then how much pulling the engine and putting a different engine in? So Reese, you have been through, you said 3 cars. How many engines?
4.
Not bad.
No, I'd have thought it'd been more, but
yeah,
Matt,
I don't know. I think we used to go through more stuff when you tried to build stuff cheaper and you didn't have a lot of money to do it right. We're changing motors a lot more often, but I think it's kind of a deal where you start with good stuff and you have a lot better success, and at the end of the day, it costs you the same amount of money as building 5 engines cheap and
or 2 the right way.
Yeah. So I mean, right now, I think I got 60, 70 shows on that motor in my car right now.
Wow.
It's been freshened once, in the middle, but it's time for it to get looked at again, and but no, I think if you take very good care of your stuff, it helps. I mean, there's stuff that happens.
Sure. The racing thing that they call.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned updates. Do you do that at the end of every season or not? I mean, do you ship the car over to Dustin and Brian and say, put it on the jig, let's do what you got to do to it, get it ready for next year? Or if you end the season on a good note, your car's been running great, do you leave it or do you always bring it back on the off season?
No, we usually disassemble them at home ourselves. We take them all apart and if they've been in a wreck, we'll talk to Dawson and see what his opinion is. If he thinks we should bring it, put it on the jig, we'll put it on the jig, make sure everything lines up. But otherwise, we kind of just take them apart ourselves, put them back together, and we try to do as much as we can at home because it just makes it that much more feasible for us to race. We can't afford to just drop it off and pick it up Friday morning and go racing and drop it off. I mean, that in a perfect world, I'd love to do that, but
right.
we just can't do it.
Now, growing up on a farm, obviously you've got some mechanical abilities. How much has that helped when you decided to get into racing?
That's the only way we can race. I mean, if we didn't know, to cut tubing and weld tubing and, pull motors and rebuild our trannies or for our engines for that matter, we couldn't do what we're doing. So,
take us through a typical night after your 3 days of racing for the week. What do you do to get ready for the next week?
Oh, well, my wife always makes fun of me because I usually wash the car for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Then go through everything again on the car and grind tires, all that good stuff. Actually, I'm pretty fortunate. My wife grinds all my tires.
Oh, nice. You have anybody else that helps you when you go on the road?
I got my wife, and then usually we're with the Schow clan and all that, so we all help each other. A few other guys when I get in a bad wreck that come over and help me.
Yeah. How about you? Crew guys that help you out?
It's mainly us guys. I mean, my boys have really stepped up and they're grinding tires and doing all that stuff, fuel and stuff like that. And my wife's in the pits too more now when the boys are old enough that they're not in the stands. And on, occasion, there's guys that'll come help. I got my buddy Brandon. He comes and helps in the pits, and off and on we got different guys. It's really helpful to have them come give us a hand.
How cool is it to have your boys getting to that age now where they're taking an interest and they're helping out? I mean, pretty soon they're going to be yelling at you, come on, Dad, we got to go out to the shop and get some work done on this car, or are they already at that point?
They're kind of to that point. I mean, if I get on a Friday or Saturday, whatever it is, if I put the car in the shop, I'll be working Monday, and I'll come home in the summer, and they'll have the tin ripped off, laying on the floor. My oldest will have it pounded out, and they'll wash it. And it really, when they're taking the interest they are, it makes the drive for me that much greater, too.
Sure.
Some nights it's really hard to go to that shop after working 8, 10, 12-hour days, and it's like, oh, we got to go wrench on this race car. But when you got somebody there, even if they're not doing a lot, they're there. Somebody's there to
someone's just sitting in the
visit.
garage.
It really makes a difference.
I bet. That's cool. Scott Iverson, I don't know if you guys know Scotty, runs the concession stands at the River City Speedway, says, good morning, boys. Kevin Pappenfuss, Kevy and Jeff Liebrick were on the show last week. Here's what Kevin says. Are they pounding down the bushes like Jeff and I did? Here, let's say, Kevin, here's your answer. A lot of people got to help you as far as money goes. Sponsorship. I mean, imagine. Was it hard to get sponsorship this year because of COVID? Or have you had the same sponsors that usually will stick with you, so maybe it wasn't so tough? But we've had all kinds of different reactions and answers to this. Some guys saying it was very hard. A lot of the guys that have been around for a long time said it wasn't that much of an issue because these guys have been in our cars the whole time. But was it harder for you this year than other years or not?
I don't think it was for myself, I guess. Everyone that's been on the car has pretty much been there since I got back into racing. And, I have a really great group of sponsors.
Yeah, you want to name your sponsors?
Sure.
Did you make a list?
No, I did not. So I might forget a few, and I apologize. But I got Epic Solutions, Almond Construction, Air Hitch Technologies, MDS Services. Thank you, Matt. Sand Hill Heating and Plumbing, Road Seed Sales, Tri-Valley Equipment, a few others. I forget them every time, but thank you guys.
Yeah, and
you remember when you walk out the door.
Right. Yeah. It's like looking for that tool in the garage. It's like, I cannot find it.
Well, I know Matt Scow brought his list. Thank your sponsors.
I did. I'm going to thank my wife for making me the list because I'd be the same. I'd be like, I don't know. But Linforce Agency, they've been with me for a long time. Sand Hill Heating and Cooling, which is my brother's business. He's always willing to help, and it's too bad he couldn't have been here today with us, but he's working. So MDS Services, Rob Seco, Luck and Motorsports, Katie Stenberg and Amsoil. Come on board this year.
What's everybody laughing at?
That's
my
Reese's
wife.
Oh, Stenberg,
Yeah.
And did you forget her?
No.
That happens, though.
Yeah.
When you're put on
the
the
most
spot.
important ones seem
Yeah.
like they're always ones you forget.
Yeah. And Fertile Oil, Todd Erickson with Erickson Farms, he supplied the power and the drivetrain on my MWmod for me is how I kind of got involved with the MWmod deal, so that's pretty cool that he'd do that. Fox Racing Shocks and Dan Ebert helped us out with shocks all summer. And just my family, I couldn't do it with all them. So
I love the A-mods, by the way. How much of a difference is it, Matt, between the A-mod and the B-mod?
It's quite a different animal, I guess. The power behind it really makes a big difference. But it's just a totally different world for us that we're not used to between the A and the B mod. Or, suspension so much different that we're just kind of figuring we might know a little bit on the 3-link, and then we started on this 4-link. We were just like, I have no idea.
Okay, so now for the people that don't know any better or the difference, a B mod and an A mod, for a lot of people, you think they're the same type of car. Explain what the differences are. Tires, motor, whatever.
Well, if you look at the chassis, I guess the rear suspension of the chassis is basically what sets them apart, I'd say. Yep. And like transmission's the same, A, B mod, but engine you're looking at probably 600 and some horse versus 400 horse in a B mod. Mm-hmm. So your horsepower difference is a lot different. I don't know. I guess
they run different tires.
300 pounds. No, same tires.
Same tires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same wheels, same tires. Yeah.
I actually wish they'd bring the A-mods to River City Speedway more because I love watching the A-mods. Is there anybody out there that you've had a run-in with? Maybe things got a little gnarly on the track and you had a little discussion maybe in the pits afterwards, or is it usually forgotten? I've always been the guy, things happen. If you run somebody off the track or whatever, you go tell them, hey, my bad. I messed up. Don't try to blame it on anything else. Just fess up, get it done with. The odds are cooler heads will prevail sooner. You ever been in that situation?
Oh, for me, I got a temper, so yeah, I've been in a situation, but usually I forget it by the time I even walk over to a trailer to say anything or someone comes to my place. But I'd have to say everyone's had their run-ins, but it's just a matter of how you handle it, and I think usually we've handled it pretty cool.
You're a big dude. If I knew I wronged you on the racetrack and I saw you coming to my trailer after the races, I might just go lock myself in the trailer. I don't know what I'd do, but
that's why I stand behind them.
You ever been in that situation?
There's always, situations you could make a big deal out of it, and I tend to not want to make enemies, so a lot of times I'll try to forget about it. I'm not usually the one that's going to walk over to your trailer and chew you out or jump up and down. It could have been my fault, could have been your fault.
All right. So if we turn the tables, have you ever had to walk up to a race car driver afterwards and apologize? Say, hey, man, that was my bad?
Every night.
Yeah.
That's kind of a sticky subject, too, because you don't know how mad they're going to be. So if you walk right over there and they're flaming hot, you're better off to just
wait a little bit.
Wait a while and, if something does happen, maybe later on say, hey, man, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Call them Monday.
Yeah, or whatever. It has to be kind of mutual sometimes because next time the shoe might be on the other foot, So I kind of look at it that way. It's like, hey,
let's face it. And I haven't seen this necessarily in the B mods, but other classes, I've seen some guys completely freak out. Freak out where I can see them up in my press box. What's going on? And that's when I really wish I was still down trackside because I'd be running across that track to the pits just to get the best action, the best seat. But it's too bad. And another thing is, and I think you mentioned this earlier too, you guys are pretty much, it's a fraternity. It's kind of a family. You might not necessarily like the guy. You might not necessarily get along with him or like how he races. But it seems like everybody, when you're in a jam, say you're getting ready to go out for the feature and something's wrong, it seems like in the racing fraternity, guys are always willing to come and help. It doesn't matter who they race for, whose car they're driving, or who sponsors them. But have you guys found that too?
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, just watch a wreck in the heats and then watch what happens between the heats and the features. And there's like 5 teams on from that car.
Yeah.
Do you need this? Do you need that? Oh, run over to my trailer and grab that.
Yeah, and nobody even thinks anything of it.
No.
It's just
do everything they can to get that car back out for the feature.
Right.
for sure.
Let's see here. We got a couple of Wade. Schoenborn. He's a big teddy bear. Reese, that is. Josh, hope we can see you race A-mods more next year, Matt. Austin Hunter's watching. Hey, glad to see you're watching. Brandon Corbett watching. I love Dirty Thursdays. Man, this is like my favorite day of the week. How much work you guys have to do to get ready for next year? Do you kind of just put things away for a month or so? Or, I mean, it's maybe different with you because you're dealing with harvest and all that stuff. But does it ever stop? Do you ever get time off? I mean, like I said, maybe let's just take a month off. Let's just park it in the shop, and we'll deal with it this winter when we have more time. Or would you rather get the stuff done quicker so you don't have to worry about it?
If you look at I'd say between Matt, Ryan, and I, call log, I think as soon as we're going home from the last race of the year, we're already starting to talk about anything we can about racing. We
kind of do a lot of talk before we do anything, but, this year we're probably more on board to do anything than we have been in the past. We got a designated race shop this year that helps. That we can just leave everything in there, and if we tear it apart, it can sit there for 2 months if we don't get it done. But yeah, Reese's car needs a whole bunch of help, so we're gonna try to resurrect that, I guess, or whatever we're gonna do. But
it needs a lot more than that. But
it's funny, I just got this text and it completely went over my head from Jasmine. She said, "Hey Reese, I was just in yesterday and I was telling John that you're married to my cousin, Katie." She told me this yesterday, and yeah, I should have had more bush lights, right? Austin Hunter missed racing with Matt Schow and Reise Stenberg this year. How bad did that suck, not having the Canadians be able to come down?
We lost some cars for sure. I mean, and they're all good to race with. Austin's always...
He's always up there.
He's always up there, and
But it's not even about the racing. For us, it's more about hanging out after.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking to everyone, and without them being there, it was just, Matt and Ryan and I and some few others.
It's kind of a hole.
Yeah. You miss part of your group or your family, per se, our racing family. But.
Yeah, and I'll admit it, and I don't get to go down there as much as I'd like to after the races are done, but that's so much fun, going to the pits when the races are done. It doesn't matter which race trailer I walk up to. Robert, you need a bush? And yeah, okay. She might be dragging me out of there going, come on, we got to get out of here. But I don't get to spend that much time with you, and it really is a bummer for me because I should know more people, but I know who they are by their car or their race suit or whatever, but a lot of these people, I don't know what they look like because they've got a helmet on, and unless I've interviewed them in Victory Lane or unless you're my friend and I've talked to you a bunch, I feel bad because there's just no way to get to know them all. And I wish I knew everybody good enough where I could just walk into the race trailer without saying anything. I think most of them know who I am, but it's still, there's just no way to do it. And I wish there was a way we could have like a pre-season party where, you could get everybody together. Let's get some music, let's get some beer, and let's just meet and greet and talk and discuss the upcoming season. But I think that's something we could maybe spearhead. Maybe we could have a big party in McIntosh.
Don't we got a little joke going about that?
Which one?
When you were in Victory Lane that first time?
When I won at Sites?
Yeah. And John was interviewing you?
John was interviewing, comes up to the car. You really got this thing rocking. Awesome being here this weekend. Well, I've been here all year, but yeah, thanks.
So that's kind of our running joke.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are having fun at my expense.
Well, now how I feel, because I sit there taking pictures and you're trying to watch a racetrack through a viewfinder. And then afterwards, it's like, they'll say, like, who's blah, blah, blah. Like, what color is his car?
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
And in my defense now, I tell you what, it was a lot harder when I was trackside. It basically was, if I haven't interviewed this guy, I don't even know who he is half the time. It's a lot different when you're up in the booth calling the race, because now I know who almost everybody is when they're on the track, especially the guys that are consistently in the top 10. It's a lot different. There's times you're pulling into Victory Lane and I still can't remember your name. And I'm hoping it's on the side of your car so I can pretend I know you, really well. But glad to see you could make it this year.
This weekend.
Or this weekend. And, you know, I will say this, the 80s was hard on me, all right? So you got to cut me a little bit of slack. So you guys sound like things are looking good for next year. Hopefully we can get done with this COVID crap. Hopefully we'll have a regular season. We want our friends from up north to be able to make it down here. It sucks. Trudeau is doing nothing for the country up there either, but and hopefully things get better over the winter instead of worse, because, you know, people are like, well, no, everybody's locked in their house and now everybody's inside, but it's got to get better, and we're all in this together. But man, it's been really cool having you guys on the show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope we can get you back on again sometime. Yeah. Anything you want to say before we leave, you can say anything. I don't care. Either one of you guys, give a shout out to anybody. Say, hey, Trump 2020. I don't care what you want to say. I don't know why I used that for an example, but I did. Anything you guys want to say before you go?
No, I just want to thank everyone that's helped us out over the years, and hopefully next year it'll be even better.
Yep,
good.
Likewise.
Bobby, how about you?
Hey, if anyone needs any sponsor pictures, let me know. I've been working on that a lot, and finish it off this year and look forward to next year. And hopefully, like you said, we get everybody down here from Canada and get a lot more fun. And
yeah.
And I mean, I enjoy going to the racetrack. It's fun.
Yeah, it is. And you know, there's times, especially when I was working in radio, and I got up at 3:00 in the morning to go to work every day. And I tell you what, some of those nights at the track, it's Friday night. Some of these races go awfully late, especially the sights and stuff. But you are so wiped. You know, my voice hurts. Everything hurts. But God darn it, I'm already thinking about next Friday. You know, I think that's just something that's in your blood when you're involved with dirt track racing. I do want to ask you guys one thing. What do you think about NAPCAR? That's what we're calling it now, NASCAR.
Oh,
did you see the end of the race yesterday? They started it on Sunday and they finally finished it last night down in Texas. Kyle Busch won. I was hoping his brother would win. You guys watched asphalt racing at all?
no.
You know, I
That's for the pretty boys.
it is, and it's funny because I was a huge NASCAR guy till Dale Earnhardt got killed. I completely quit watching it. Started watching again. I like watching the Daytonas, the Talladegas, the Bristols, which are completely different tracks. I love the road course racing because you got to turn right and left. But then with all this crap going on now, they have basically lost me as a fan. But getting back to NASCAR, and I was going to make sure I talked about this. Kyle Larson signed now again with who did he sign with again? Yeah, Hendricks, which, you know, I was kind of hoping he was going to sign with Tony Stewart.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing Hendricks was dangling a few more carrots out there for him. But what did you guys think of his performance on dirt this year? And it didn't matter what kind of car he was in. I mean, a guy just came in and destroys people like it's nothing.
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, the guy is obviously a wheelman and deserves to be in NASCAR, but I know a lot of people wishes he did go to Stewart's, because then I have a feeling that he'd be able to race a lot more dirt, not strictly be on asphalt now. But, you know, maybe he'll get lucky and he can race some more. It'd be awesome to watch. I know every show is awesome.
You know, I'm guessing the dirt track racers around the country are going, oh, I'm glad he's back in NASCAR, because he shows up out of the blue and makes us look bad. Heather McDonald, hold on here. We're really missing weekly races. Despite COVID, it was probably the most fun we ever had. Tell you what, Devil's Lake did a hell of a job this year. Yes, I was lucky enough to call 3 races over there this year, and they got it going on. I mean, the year before was tough weather for those guys. I mean, they couldn't have had any worse luck. But that's a great facility. It's pretty cool when you can sit in a bar and watch live dirt track racing. And Heather and Nolan, they've got it going on up there at Devil's Lake. And hats off to those guys. They do such a great job. You were going to say something?
I was just saying, I bet Kyle Larson had more fun doing the dirt. I mean, when he was here, just watching him and his wife and everything they did and that, I'd love to ask him, so why?
Right.
Wouldn't you have more fun doing the dirt stuff?
Right.
I mean, I don't know, but it just seems that way, that, like you said, jump in a car and he wins.
Well, you know, one thing about that is the media and the things you have to do for your sponsorship. These NASCAR guys, I mean, they're basically just led around on a leash. Okay, now you got to go speak with this group. Now you got to go talk to this group. And now we've got you coming over here next and then here. And, oh, by the way, you've got a race sometime today, too. And I would think getting more back to the grassroots of racing. But, I mean, the guy's fantastic. What he won here, goes to Fargo, wins. Then he jumps in a USAC Silver Crown car, wins that. Then he jumps in a late model, gets second the first night, wins the second night. And, yeah, I'm guessing that people are glad he's going back NASCAR racing. There we go. Matt Schow, Reise Stenberg, Bob Dusso. Thank you all for coming on this Dirty Thursday. And next year is a new year, and we're probably going to be doing these shows on Friday. So we want you back. All right, guys?
Sounds great. Thanks.
All right. Hey, you about ready over there, Mr. Paul? Thanks, everybody, for listening today. Our show.
Just 1 second.
Oh.
We lost sound when I tried to go to Pure Mist, so let's make sure it works this time.
Okay. Apparently, he said we lost sound. Oh. No, I can hear it all. Got that delay. Have that delay. All right.
Are you talking? Can I hear you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking. Can you hear me? Special thanks going out to Pure Mist. You know, if you want continuous protection to any indoor space, contact Pure Mist Total Indoor Environment Protection. You know, their multifaceted process uses advanced technologies to destroy contaminants in the air and on surfaces. Pure Mist can protect homes, businesses, classrooms, clinics, fitness clubs, retail stores, hotels, child care centers, and more. I'll tell you what, this is the apex of indoor environment protection, destroying surface and airborne microbes, including viruses, bacteria, mold, fungi, allergens, and odors. And Active Pure is an FDA-tested and approved technology to reduce and eliminate SARS and CoV-2. That's the virus that causes COVID-19. You know what? Grand Forks' best source is now protected by Pure Mist. Shouldn't you protect yourself, too? Call Chad at 763-229-7969 or go to puremistcoat.com. Protection of every second of every day, 365 days a year. Pure Mist Total Indoor Environment Protection. Clean spaces, healthy people. And, folks, we want you to become a Podbean Premium subscriber. We're going to have some giveaways coming up, and this is a chance for you to win. It's easy to do. You go to your Play Store, you download Podbean, search GFBS, you hit follow, you buy Premium, and you are all set. And we're now on Amazon Music. You just tell your smart speaker to play GFBS Podcast, and we want your 5-star reviews on Google, too. By the way, tomorrow we're going to be talking about all the help available through Community Options with Lindsay Schow. Lindsay Schow. Make sure you like, share, and tag us, everybody, all right? We're Grand Forks' best source, giving Grand Forks an identity again.